I deal with my clients, we use what I call my oral ascension method. And basically what that is we're going to be looking at who you are right now and who you want to be. And we're going to look at who you want to be in depth to the point where we can actually look at every facet of that person's life that knew you and break it down to a bunch of habits that you can actually implement right away so that every single day you're getting closer.
Welcome to Q's Health and Wellness Podcast, your source for living a healthier lifestyle and developing a better mind, body, and soul. Through guidance, tips, and stories of highly successful fitness gurus, athletes, and individuals who are passionate about enhancing all aspects of life, we provide you with the tools to help you take your lifestyle to another level. And now your host, Quinn Mitchell.
Welcome to Q's Health and Wellness Podcast. This is your host, Quinn Mitchell. Today I have a very special guest, my man, Tajuka Aparacha. As a highly successful weight loss coach and entrepreneur, he's the founder of TrainwithTee. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. How you feeling, man?
I'm doing good. For those not familiar with you, would you mind giving us a brief introduction about yourself?
For sure. Well, my name's Tajuka Aparacha. I started TrainwithTee back when I was in college, and basically what I do is I help you find yourself and really align to who you want to be by finding the habits that's going to get you there right now and acting in them every day to make sure that you're getting closer every single day and being the version of yourself that you'd be proud of.
Got you. Now, and I knew you for a few years now. So I know we when I first met you, you was already in the fitness stuff. But
Sure.
Before that, what made you start to work out? Like, what inspired you to start working out?
Working out, let's see. So let's gotta go back in the day. When I was a kid, I was a little fat boy. I was not in shape. I was nothing like that, no muscle. So I've been fat for a long time, and actually started when I was 13 years old. And apparently they couldn't get. They was fed up with it. So my mom actually got me a gym membership for my birthday. So I was 13 at the time. I'm thinking, what the hell am I gonna do with this? So I'm in there, and I had a personal trainer, and it was cool and all. I wasn't really rocking with it. But even though that didn't go as planned, just planned to see for me to actually get into the fitness thing. So that by the time I was actually in high school, I was playing football. I got fully into, making fitness and making the gym and making, health living part of my lifestyle. So when it came to the point where I was ready to, go off by myself and do what I had to do to help other people, I had a real long, I guess, catalog of information, a catalog of ways to help people get into shape in various methods.
Got you. Now, going into with your clients and everything,
Right.
what is one of the biggest things you would say that would keep people or your clients motivated to go to the gym? I know a lot of times people, like, just to start a new year is coming, everybody's gonna be hitting that plateau, like first of the year, new me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's gonna be like after that week, everybody's gonna fall off. So what keeps, like, what do you suggest to your clients to keep them motivated to keep going back to the gym?
I keep them. I like to go more so off, discipline and make sure we keep the same habit, so that even if the day didn't go well, the workout didn't go good, or we didn't eat as planned, it's more so focusing on the habits, what we do in the day, rather than focusing on the end goal. So it's more so like focusing, did you do this, and this today? If you did this today, if you did these 3 things or however many things today, today was a good day because you focused on keeping the habits and consistency. Because at the end of the day, it's not you just trying to get in shape overnight, because if you did that, then you're not building the right habits to keep successful in all other parts of your life. It's all about the whole, like your body's how you do one thing and how you do everything. So I try to keep them focused on habits. So how you do habits here in fitness, or how you're going to be doing habits in your real life, is how you're going to be doing habits in your business. It's all the same thing, in my opinion. So you've got to make sure that the habits that you have in fitness are things you do every single day, so that even if it's a bad day, you know that you did everything on your end, and it wasn't anything on your end that kind of messed you up. Does that make sense?
Yes. And so would you mind just speaking on, like, the mindset kind of what keeps your clients strong? Because everybody, like, I know women especially, they often try to lose weight, and when they don't see that happening, I know it can be discouraging. Even fellas too, like, they may be trying to gain weight, or they trying to hit the gym, and it's like they don't see any progress. So, like, can you just speak about, like, the mindset of things, and how to keep a positive mindset, and how that mindset affects your way of living, getting the results that you want?
Yeah, for sure. So I deal with my clients, we use what I call my oral ascension method. And basically what that is we're going to be looking at who you are right now and who you want to be. And we're going to look at who you want to be in depth to the point where we can actually look at every facet of that person's life that knew you and break it down to a bunch of habits that you can actually implement right away, so that every single day you're getting closer. So even if you don't notice it right now in your body and in, the way you look in the mirror, you're definitely feeling it in other parts of your life. You're definitely feeling it mentally. You're definitely feeling that shift, because one of these are things that aren't really, I want to say usual, but they're foreign to you. These are the things that you're doing right now, you're not used to them at all. So it's going to be a whole new feeling, one. And two, you're going to feel much more aligned and in tune with yourself and who you want to be. So you'll feel that life is just easier. You'll notice that life just comes simple. You're not really stressed out about the normal things. You know what's really important. You know who you want to be, and you fully accepted that, and you fully made that a part of who you are. So there's no real reason to stress over nothing, because you know who you are.
Yes, sir.
You know what I
Yes, that's definitely one of the things. I mean, it's preaching to people that's was on my basketball team, like they were hitting the gym and then
Mhm.
they're not seeing the results that they want. I feel
Yeah.
like it's the mindset is really what brings them over the hump. Because like I said, you can put in the work every day, still not see the results on the scale. But if your mind's into it, it's like you're going to keep going at it.
For sure.
So for the people that's just starting to work out, what tips can you give them? Because like I said, everybody they get over that hump, and it's like
Right.
some days you just don't feel like going to the gym. So anything like specifics that you can suggest to the audience that can keep them in the flow of things and keep them not being out of loop?
Right. So there's a few things you can do right away to help you get onto the routine and the habit of actually dropping fat and keeping it off. So first things first, you got to be in a calorie deficit. You're not gonna lose any weight. You're not gonna keep any weight off or actually feel any kind of difference. Even if it's not on the scale or in the mirror, you'll feel a difference. You're not gonna feel any kind of difference if you're not eating less calories. You're not consuming less energy than you're putting out, than your body actually needs. So if you can do that, you'll start to drop fat. That's one. Now, for two, you need to start. I prefer the gym. I feel like that works out to make you look how you want to look, to drop fat and keep a shapely physique. But it's not the only option. So if you're able to get active 3 to 4 days a week, that's whether that's playing ball or getting active, going to the gym, maybe swimming. There's so many different things. So there's so many different ways to use the human body to get active. So that'd be a second option. Now, number three, you got to make sure you're getting the protein in, because when you're dropping fat, your body has a tendency to eat everything. It has a tendency to eat whatever is there to drop the fat. So that could be muscle, that could be fat. It doesn't matter. It doesn't discriminate. All right. So what's going to happen there is you need to start eating more protein so that your muscles stay intact. So that the way the body works is that when you eat protein, while you're in that kind of energy deficit, calorie deficit, it kind of like says, all right, you can eat anything else but that. You can eat anything else but the muscles. So it kind of gives your muscles the white. It gives your muscles the what's it called, the standby, to clear a bodyguard around it, so that everything else, the fat gets attacked. So yeah, just get in the gym or get active, gain a calorie deficit. I recommend 500 calories less than what your body needs to maintain the same weight, and eat a lot of protein. Make sure the majority of your meals every single day are protein. Make sure that every meal you have in the day has protein in it.
Yeah, so speaking about the meals and everything,
Yeah.
so if somebody's not familiar with, like, let's say 500 calories,
Right.
could you just give like a brief explanation of like how they should go about like finding out what they can, like how many calories they can eat, or what's
Right.
the lowest amount of calories they should eat,
Right.
in
So
case they have no idea?
So our general rule of thumb, if you're just getting started, you just want to know where to start. Nothing too in-depth, just know where to start. Is you can just multiply your weight by 10. That should get you around what you need to drop fat. And it's actually pretty accurate. For me, I'm 250 pounds. I'm dropping fat right now. I'm multiplied by 10. I need 2,500 calories. I've been doing that for a little while now, and it's doing the job. So you want to do that and probably get around 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. That'd be a good place to start with. You can kind of fluctuate and go up and down depending on how the day goes, but that's a good place to start.
Got you. Thank you for that. Another question I have. I know a lot of ladies that listen to this, they always want the Kim Kardashian figure.
Sure,
Hey,
yeah.
when you see them at the gym, they are often killing themselves on the treadmill, going
Mm-hmm.
crazy, thinking that's going to help them.
Not it,
It's
baby.
like,
Nah, not it, baby.
and it's like you see them, and then the next day I know people myself. They go to the gym, they go on the treadmill, kill themselves, and it's like they just start to dread going to the gym. So,
Yeah.
are there any specific exercises or routines that you can give our listeners that if they want to get that or quote unquote Kim Kardashian body,
Right.
just some simple steps that they can take without killing themselves on the treadmill or going to extreme measures like not eating throughout the day?
Yep. See, that's crazy. You can't. That's That's what, honestly, you get the opposite. When you do that, when you get on that treadmill and you just slaving on that jump for hours and hours on that and not eating anything, what's going to happen is you're going to actually, I mean, you'll lose weight for sure, but you're not losing fat. You're not toning it enough. So you'll be if you're skinny fat to start with, you're going to look even more skinny fat just with less weight on you. So I sure that was your goal, but you're going to be less motivated to keep going after that. So it's what you don't want to do. And what you do want to do, you want to, first of all, get into the weights. It's not going to make it look manly. It's honestly impossible. Unless you're like shooting up and doing something crazy, you're not going to look like a man. It's just not possible. You're having this testosterone in your system for that. So you're going to start with the weights. You're going to actually learn how to stretch. And 3, maybe one more tip. 3, you want to make sure you're actually eating carbs. All right. Now, with the weights, I know it's popular to say that, squats will get you the ass. Squats, not shots. I know that's the big fad on social media and whatever, but listen, there's so many other ways to really, shape out the harder you look. You want to do weights, you want to actually target the glutes. That's going to be the glute bridges, where you put the barbell on your waist and kind of act like it's almost like you're having sex, but it's not.
Like a thrust, yeah.
Thrust, yeah. So that's a key. That's key. You want to get to the lunges. Lunges are good too. They get the whole. You don't want to just have a big ass butt but no legs. You got to make sure you're full development, right? So lunges are great for that too. Lunges are great. You want to do different variations of squats, the curtsy squats. You want to do the regular squats. You want to do the wide sumo squats to really shape every part of the butt. It's like a sculpture. Every part of the body. You want to be able to do the clamshells. I can't really demonstrate it here, but you can look on YouTube for that. Clamshells with a bend. Type that up after you watch this podcast. And you also want to work the upper back, because what's going to happen here is you're going to grow the butt, tone it up, but you want to make sure you have the illusion of a smaller waist. That's where the upper back, that's where the shoulders are going to come in. So you want to make sure you're training the shoulders and training the upper back, training the back, just like you're training the legs and training the butt, that you actually get that hourglass shape you're looking for. If you do all that while working on that deficit, the calorie deficit, your weight's going to be trimming up. As soon as you're doing the weight, the ab work and the core work, you're going to lose that fat around the waist. And the thing is, if you're not making sure that the upper back is taken care of, it's just going to be straight, then ass. And I mean, that's cool, but it could look way better. It could look way better. So that's why I always advise you to work the upper back and work the shoulders. So
gotcha.
That's the weights. Now stretching is good too, because if your muscles are really tight and they can't move, if your butt muscles are tight, your legs are tight and they can't move, then it can't really build muscle where it is. And even if you do build muscle, you're just gonna feel real painful because they can't do anything. The muscles can't really move how they're supposed to move. So you want to make sure you're actually taking time to really stretch out.
Got you. Now stretching. No, I don't mean to interrupt you, but stretching is like, I think a lot of fitness gurus, they don't really talk about the importance of stretching. Because me being an athlete, I never really stretched like that playing basketball. I just always do the basics, hamstring stretch, bang, and get right into it. And it's like, could you talk about just briefly the importance of actually stretching and how it benefits you throughout life, throughout your workouts period?
Right. So posture is a big thing. Posture just like how you walk, how you move, how you maneuver through life, but also when you're working out. If you're not stretching and you're not making sure your muscles and your joints and everything working as properly as it should be, then what's going to happen is when you're doing exercises, your body is not in the right alignment. So it just makes you so much more susceptible to injury. So if you can't be in the gym, you can't get your body right. You can't get what you want out the workout. So I mean, it only makes sense to put a premium on, making sure your body's working as it should. And if it's not working as it should, then, figuring out why, not just letting it sit there. Because if you can't move, then you can't move. If that makes sense.
Yes, sir. Now, being a fitness coach, what do you think is one of the biggest obstacles that you see in your clients? One of the main obstacles that you see that a lot of your clients go through, and how do they overcome those obstacles?
Okay, so I would say some of the biggest things, at least the biggest thing I see with my clients, is really just not seeing the body they want as a reality. And even after talking to them on the phone and getting them on board, it's almost like they still don't really believe it. So it's like those first 2 or 3 weeks that we're working together, it's like really just molding their mind and really getting them to believe and see that next level version of themselves, that 2.0 version of themselves is actually reality. So it's going to work by just getting rid of those limiting beliefs. All right, think of it this way, right? So all right, so I got 2 comments, right? Here's where you are right now, and here's where she thinks her cap is, where her potential is. Now, here's the thing. Know how they say aim high, aim for the stars, and you'll hit the moon?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. So if you're here and you believe up your potential's right here, probably gonna get around right here, but not at the top, more times than not. And this is because of the beliefs that you have on yourself. You think that you're this good, when in reality, you're this good. Now, if you're this good, you can get all the way up here. Around up here. We're gonna actually hit it if you work hard enough. But right here, typically where you get if you actually see where you can be and actually go for it, because you actually see the potential you have for yourself. Now, right here is a lot higher than right here, but you would have never known that. Like right here is higher than right here. You could have got right here if you started off right here. However, if you know that you can get up here, you're gonna be up here.
Yeah.
It's a lot higher than where your previous cap was right here. It's a lot higher. However, we got to. The first thing we do is we work on removing those limiting beliefs, removing those beliefs about yourself, like how you feel you should think, because it's all mental things. Like how you feel you should think about yourself. You know, what influences are kind of just polluting your mind and polluting your ways of thinking and polluting your ways of moving around, how you perceive things. You know, how you deal with stress, how you deal with life, how you deal with things that are inconvenient. All those things play a part in just that negative self-image, that negative, mental environment that's just pushing you down day by day. It's like a slow suicide. So that's the biggest thing there. Once you can get that mind right and get you out of that hole and into the positive, then it's like, all right, let's really get this show going.
Yeah, you really be on the road with it.
Mm-hmm.
So now bringing it back, I know for my fellas now, I know for myself, I've always been skinny my whole life. Gaining weight is like probably one of the hardest things. I've always been, ever since we've been training, we'll play like 160, 165, fluctuating between them. And then once the basketball season comes, I just go back to my natural weight. But but how do you as a man know, because we have testosterone and everything, we taking protein shakes, it's like, okay, bang, we're doing all this and we're still not seeing the results. How do you, what is the secret to gaining weight and sustaining it throughout whatever we may be doing in life, whether it be athletics or just because a lot of times we be running during the season and we lose it all, but it's hard to get it back.
Right. Okay. So basically, again, it's all down to lifestyle. It's all down to knowing, again, the food you like to eat, and two, creating a meal plan that, one, fits in your lifestyle, two, that you can do it for a long time, and three, that that you can repeat over and over and over and over again. So the big thing, when people complain about them not being able to gain weight or them not being able to maintain the weight they're gaining, it's one, the foods probably aren't dense enough, and two, it's food they don't actually like. So if people who are like hard gainers who can't really gain weight like that, I usually don't tell people to eat fast food, but if it's like clean fast food that has a lot of calories in it and you know that you're a hard gainer, I would 100% say to do that. On the other end, bring it back to the kitchen, the real kitchen where you're actually cooking food and stuff like that. Just try and add as many oils and stuff like that to the way you cook so that you can actually get weight. Because oil is pure fat, and as we know, fat. Well, I'll tell you guys right now, fat has the most calories per gram. Like if you look at protein has 4 calories per gram of protein, whereas fat has 9 calories per gram of it. So we're gonna be adding like olive oils, good oils that are gonna help you boost that weight, help you get that weight up. But also eating a lot of fat like that's gonna help you get your testosterone up, which makes it easier for you to actually gain weight.
Got you.
So
what do you suggest for people that are at school though, when they may have like limited resources? Like what did you do when you were at school when you was like all you had was the cat food? That's all you could eat. Like what foods should they look for?
Yeah, I was gonna have some chicken. Get that chicken. Get some rice, whatever carbs I got there. Get it in there. Most importantly, what I did when I was in school, what I do, I got the what's it called? The not takeaway place, but those the meal prep containers.
Yep.
Go to the dining hall. I went to the dining hall. I got mad plates. Took them back to my table and filled them up into my container and took them back to the crib.
Got you. So that way you're always eating.
Yep.
Got you. So well, I just want to ask you a few more questions before I let you go. So before, like I know you started training, right? So you got TrainwithTee. What makes you different than all the other fitness trainers out there? Because a lot of trainers just give clients, like, say you do this regimen and then they just leave them be, and like they basically just take their money and it's like a whole scam. Exactly. So what can you explain like what makes your program different from just what an ordinary person could go to the gym and get like a regular trainer like that?
Right. So typically when you go to a gym and you get a trainer, probably dealing with at least 30 or 40, 50 more clients that same day. And it's more so a thing of, here, do this workout. I'm here to be a babysitter, watch you work out, and then you get up out of here. When you're working with a trainer, you're not figuring out why you got into that position. So it's really just a Band-Aid, right? when you talk to me, we're tearing that Band-Aid off, and we're going to look at the wound, figure out why the wound is there in the first place. How'd you get it? We're going to figure out how to fix up that wound, make sure you don't get into that wound, make sure you don't get that wound again. So we're going to be teaching you how to fix the mindset. We're going to teach you why you think a certain way, why you act like this, figure out when that even began, so that we know exactly what we're working with, so we know how to work with that, get you out of that hole, fix that wound up, make sure that we know exactly what got you there and how to not go back there, and how to move progressively, so that by the time we're done, you know exactly what to do no matter what, to keep getting those same results over and over and over again, and know how to progress and get what you want out of your body, get what you want out of your mind, but more importantly, get what you want out of life, so that every day you're on the up and up. There's always progress because you're focusing on the habits and not 100% the end result.
Got you. Yeah, that's deep. I think a lot of people, like I said, they pay for trainers, and it's like you go to the gym, they train you, then you don't hear from them. You don't hear from them ever again. So it's like the only time you see them or hear from them,
I'm sorry, bro. It's out of
the only
there.
time you hear is it's like they're not held accountable what they do outside the gym, and it's like they get frustrated when they don't see the results. That when they go to your page, they see all these people losing weight. It's like, all right, but you're getting all this plus that, which a lot of people don't understand. So just before I let you go, would you mind telling us what a typical day is like for you, and if you have any more like special routines that you go through?
Oh yeah, for sure. So typical day, I'll be up around 7 or 8 a.m. I wake up. First thing I do is I meditate. I give gratitude to who gave me life, and I journal. So I'm gonna journal a big brain dump based on what I'm thinking, what's in my head, on what I want to do for the day, to get it out on paper so that my mind is now free and there's nothing really taking up any mental energy. Then I'm going to be visualizing. I'm going to visualize what I want for myself, kind of like that he's living, how he sees life, what's around him, what it tastes like, what it feels, just everything in that essence, in that moment. I'm visualizing, I'm making that a part of me, so that off rip, my subconscious is seeing that as my reality. So then after that, I'm going to go ahead and get into a little morning routine of fitness. So it's going to be a lot of stretching, at least 20, 30 minutes of just stretching and making sure my joints are all good and working on my balance, just so that my body is fully in tone and in touch with itself as I begin. Then I'll get into a little mini workout in the morning. It's going to be, push-ups, sit-ups, squats, and jump rope. And that'll take about maybe 30, 40 minutes. And when that's done, I'll take a shower, get some more water into my system, and then I'll read for like cool 30, 40 minutes. And then I'll get into my day, which is going to, at least that first 2-3 hour blocks is for me, making content, working on my clients, seeing what my clients need and help them out from there, and then just working on my business. Then after that, I'll take a 1 hour break. I'll get my first meal of the day. That's going to be around 1, 2 o'clock, depending on the day. 1, 2 o'clock, I'll get my first meal of the day. I'll either read or watch a YouTube video and just get my mind off business and focus on what I want to grow in outside of business. Then from around 2:30, 3 o'clock-ish until 6, 7 o'clock-ish, I'll get back to business, do some more work. And after that, I'll get to the gym. After that, I'll talk with friends, have fun, do what I want to do for at least an hour or two. And then after that, I'll get into my night routine. It's going to be hard. I'm having one routine, but just in reverse. So, I'll take my after the gym. I'll get back to my journaling, my meditation, my visualization, and I'll stretch a little bit, focus on what I can do for the next day. And then from there, I'll call it night and do it all over again.
Yes, sir. Sounds like a pretty busy day.
Yeah.
So one more question I'd like to ask you. What is it that you're most grateful for?
Right now?
Yeah.
Just the opportunity to be here and I want to say help people, but just the fact that I'm actually here to give my spirit to other people, give what I have inside to other people. Not everyone's privileged. Not everyone's that, not everyone has that privilege, has that, has the ability to do that. At least where I'm from here in the U.S., I've got people who I coach all over the world. And there's certain rules and laws that prevent them from doing what they really want to do, at least in that particular time period. So yeah, being able to do what I want to do and actually give it back and make sure people's lives are improving off of my essence and off my spirit and what I wanted to do was really fulfilling to me.
Yeah, I really appreciate you giving all this wisdom to us, to the listeners. I know they're going to be listening and wondering how they can better improve themselves. If anybody wanted to train with you, get in contact with you, can you give them your information?
For sure, yeah. So what can happen here is you can hit me on, Instagram or Twitter at TrainwithTee _. That's TrainwithTee _. You can hit me there. You can hit me on Facebook. That's Tochukwu Oparcha. It'll be somewhere in the podcast, so you can probably tell them that. And you can email me at twtroyalty@gmail.com. And you can hit me there, and I'll get back to you ASAP. Go from there.
All right, my man. I really appreciate you taking time out your day to talk to me, my man.
Ain't no problem, bro. Enjoy the rest of your day, man.
Yes, sir. You too.
Stay up, man.
All right.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of Q's Health and Wellness Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe or to leave us a review on iTunes or the listening platform of your choice. Also, please check us out at QuinnMitchellII.com, as well as find us on Instagram for more useful content and resources.